Hello, today I'm going to show you how to remove the stator and your flywheel. And in this video I'm going to show you how. Well, hello, how are you doing? Today we are going to remove the starter and the flying wheel of your scooter. That part produces electricity for your scooter. Sometimes you don't have a spark. That might be one of the reasons of the scooter that doesn't work. Or sometimes you don't have enough lights during the night time. The headlights are not working perfectly. Or sometimes your scooter is not charging the battery enough. That could be the starter. That's why you have to remove it, check it, and see what's going on. And if it doesn't work, you're going to need a new one, okay? So in just a few seconds, I will show you how to remove that part and what to do. This is your GY650cc motor, Chinese scooter, okay? Right here you have the fan. This is the side where is the stator, where is the flying wheel, on the right side of your scooter, on the lower side of your scooter, next to the exhaust. The exhaust will come right here. Now this part right here, to remove it, you're gonna need first few Phillips screwdriver right here that you're gonna need. You're gonna need the 8mm, one on top, one on the bottom, and this plastic will come out. First you have to remove the fan, okay? That's this part right here, and the white part is inside, okay? So Phillips screwdriver, you remove one and you remove two. Make sure you put all the screws where you're going to remember where you're going to put it, because later you have to put it back, okay? So don't lose them. At this point, you're going to need an 8mm right here socket. Now this GY6 scooter, they're made of 8mm socket, and 10mm socket. They're just very few socket that you're gonna need for the scooter, not too many, okay? So you need to remove the top and the bottom. There is one on the bottom. And those are 8mm. They're both the same, so it doesn't matter if you switch them. They're long the same, okay? So if you switch them around, this is not really big deal, okay? But the one on the top, you need to have this one, because this one helps for the cables of the starter, and magneto, and the pickup. That's where you need these things to get all the wiring going through, and at least it's gonna keep them all together with this little flap, okay? Put them on the side. Right after you remove the first part of the cover, you're going to see the white part that is the fan, okay? Here you have 4 bolts. They are 8mm. Right here with a socket. Okay? This is the fan of your scooter. Now these ones, they're the white ones, and they're a lot better quality, the one that come with the scooter, and they last a lot longer. Do not buy the red one, because they don't last too long, okay? The red fan for the scooter, for the GY6, they're not really too high quality, and after maybe like 500 miles, they break it apart, and you have a big problem, because you have to take everything down and reorder a new part for your scooter. So just keep the white one that comes with the scooter, okay? This one is a better quality. Now, right after you remove the fan, you're going to see right here the magneto, or they call it the flying wheel, and then behind that there is the stator, okay? So to remove this one, you have a 17mm nut right here to remove, but to remove this one, you're going to need an impact wrench, because if you don't have an impact drive, you're not going to be able to remove this nut right here, okay? So right here, this one is kind of an inexpensive impact wrench. This one, you can buy it online for about $40. You know, if you use it once in a while, it's okay. If you use it every day, do not buy it, because this one is not going to last you a long time. It's gonna last you 3 years if you use it one time every 6 months, but if you use it every day, this one will last you about a week and a half, okay? So, this one will help you to remove the big nut right here that is 17 millimeter, okay? Now make sure when you turn this one, you turn left, okay? To unscrew this one, okay? See, this one is pretty good, but it doesn't last a long time. But it's okay, you can have a lot of fun. Now you have a large nut right here that is a 17 millimeter. Now you have a washer too, that's down here. But it's okay, you can leave that there and remove it later, okay? Now, to remove this magneto, the flying wheel that is right on the top of this part right here, this is gonna be really hard because you're going to need a puller. This one is called a puller, you know? This one little thing right here helps you to pull this out because there is magnet all around and they're holding up to the stator underneath. There is a stator underneath that produces the electricity of your scooter. So to remove this part right here, you're going to need this one. Now if you see this one, and one side is smaller, one side is larger. For the side that is smaller is great for a 50cc. The side that is larger is working great for a 150cc. So this one is a double threading on the side, okay? So it's great for both. So just in case you have to help somebody that you know, a friend of yours or something like that, and you have a part that is 50cc and you have a part that is 150cc. Now this part right in the back is gonna push the center stud and is going to pull out the flying wheel, okay? So this part right here will come out just with the help of this one. Now, when you put this one in and you thread it, you have to thread it left, okay? This one is going to thread left, not right. Now, this way is going to grab the magneto, okay? Now turn it left until you can, okay? Then you grab something like this, okay? And you're gonna squeeze a little more, okay? You're gonna give the last push, okay? Do not tight it too much. If you tight it too much, this part right here, later to unscrew it is gonna take you a while. Now, at this point, you wanna pull out the magneto, or how they call it, flywheel, okay? Now to remove this one and to push this one in, you're going to need the 70 millimeter, this part right here. So you're going to need this one right here, you keep like that, or you can use an impact wrench with 70 millimeter. It's even better, okay? So okay, as soon as you squeeze it, this one will come out. You see? So this one, that is an extractor, is going to help you a lot to remove the whole part right here, okay? This one all around right here is a magnet. So it's gonna hold down to the stator that is behind that, okay? Right here you have a stator, right here. Some stator they have like 6 points, some stator they have 8 points, some stator they have 12 points. You can upgrade the scooter with more, heads right here of the stator. The more you have, the better charging, power you're going to have for your scooters with this one, okay? So one of the reasons why you really want to open this part right here is because you don't have any spark on your spark plug and your motor is not working, or you don't have enough electricity. So you have to open this part right here and see what's going on. If there is something that is broken, if there is a cable that is burned out, if there is something that looks the way it's not supposed to look, maybe a broken cable, and if there is too much rust on the heads right here of the poles right here, if you have 8 poles or 6 poles or 12 poles, if you have rust on top, you can clean them with a little sandpaper. And right here the pickup, if it looks good, or if it's cracked or if it's broken, sometimes that can happen. Now the only problem, if you have a pickup that is broken right here, you're not going to be able to buy a new pickup. You have to buy the old set. The stator, the pickup, everything comes together. You can fix, there is few video on YouTube that you can find that you can fix this pickup somehow, but it's not easy, okay? So I don't think if you fix it yourself it's going to be reliable. So I will buy a new part. So a new part for this GY6 scooter, they're not really too expensive. If you buy an expensive one, maybe like $50-$60 online, and they're gonna be okay for the scooters. That's GY6 150cc scooter, and more or less they're not too expensive, okay? So you can have it for long time. And this one, on this scooter, they will last you about 14,000 miles, unless some of these parts right here, they're defective from the company and they're not working right, or something happened that is not right and the cable is burned out. That's, that can happen, but usually they last long time, this part right here, and it's not normal for these scooters. For things that last a long time in this scooter, okay? So right after you check everything, you make an inspection, you can place this one back, okay? I want to make sure that there is like a little dent right here. There is a little, indentation right here on the stud that comes out from the motor. And there is right here on the top of this wheel right here, the flying wheel, there is a little, part right here, a little space. That's where you have to put that part in the studs, okay? Be careful when you put it in, because it's gonna, kind of like it's gonna attract the part they're gonna put on top. So to put it in the right way, you have to take just 2 more seconds, and make sure you put it the right way. Take your time, don't rush yourself, and you can put it the right way. See, when you put it, it should sound like clack clack, should go inside, okay? Now right after, going to put a washer right here, and you're going to put the 70mm nut right here, okay? Now tie the 70mm nut with an impact wrench, okay? The impact drive right here, and you turn right, okay? See, there is a problem when you put it with just a regular wrench like that, The problem is that this one is gonna turn. So if you put this nut with an impact, it's gonna tie this nut without turning the round part too much. So the magneto right here is not gonna turn too much when you turn it. At this point you can place the fan to this scooter, okay? You have 4 bolts right here. Make sure you turn right when you put the fan. So when you tie it back again in the place, make sure you try to go kind of like a cross, okay? when you tight, go on a cross pattern, okay? Remember, all these parts right here on the scooter, they're made of plastic, okay? If you bend this plastic, you're gonna have a problem. Or if you break it, if you crack it. So, be careful. So, this part right here has 4 bolts right here. They're 8 millimeter, okay? After you place this one, you can place back the cover. And you have on the top side, you have the 8 millimeter. You have an 8 millimeter bolt on the top. And on the bottom, you have another 8 millimeter down here, okay? Right there. The last two things, you have 2 screws right here. Those are Phillips screws. So you can put the old plastic together of your fan. Make sure you place your plastic nicely. Be gentle, because all this plastic can break easy. And then, you know, if you break the plastic, you have to buy a new part, and you don't really buy new parts. So be gentle, okay? That's it. Everything is back in position. So to remove the starter and to remove the magneto right on the top of the flywheel, you're going to need a puller right here. This is a flywheel puller or starter puller. That's what you're going to need. This is one of the best things that you're gonna have or you're gonna buy online, okay? Because without this one, you're going to have a nightmare, okay? So please buy one of these. If you have to remove, I will put the link underneath the video. You're going to find the link for this part right here. Pretty inexpensive, I think about like $10 or less. And this one really will help you a lot, okay? Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy. Subscribe to my channel, click like, and if you have any question, feel free to ask. Please drive safely with your scooter. Don't make me worry. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you.